in here, come to your yoga mat, your space, and just take a pretty wide stance here. A moment to let your arms drop down, take in the breath, exhale, push it out. Do that one more time and lift the arms up to the sky as you do. Exhale, release. And then bend the knees and fold over for a moment and go shoulder to shoulder. Just kind of working in a little bit of space. Get the creaks out in the upper body. And then hang all the way down over. Nice little stretch through the back of the legs. Shake the head a little bit, yes and no. Today, in terms of major movement, the first block is lower body, the second block, upper body, and the third block, core. Take a nice bend through the knees and slowly roll all the way up, shoulders up and back a couple of times. Roll the shoulders forward and down a couple of times. Okay, back end of our yoga mat. We always get this triple B class going with our sun salutations. Inhale, lift the arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold over and walk your hands out to downward facing dog. Take the right hand, hold on to the left leg, pull the torso through for a twist, and then set the hand back down. Do it on the second side. Left hand towards the right side, look under. And then two hands back down, come forward to plank pose. Add in 4 knee to chest, mountain climbers, and then step or jump up for your hands-free squat. Hands go back down, jump or step back, down dog. We walk it in, sweep to stand up. Exhale, back down. Start to bring a little more fluidity into this movement here, right into the reach and twist, side to side. Forward to plank, 4 mountain climbers. Step or jump, hands-free squat. All the way back, walk it in, hands up. Exhale, forward fold, out to dog pose, twist, twist, plank pose, 4 mountain climbers, step or jump, squat, and back to plank, back to dog, back to a forward fold. One more time all the way through. We sweep up and exhale. Walk it out, down dog. Here you are in the twist. Meant to give the whole body a little bit of movement and warmth here at the very beginning. Squat. Bring it back. Stay in your forward fold here at the back end of the mat. Eyes, head can stay a little forward if you're feeling at all dizzy. Drop it down if that feels okay with you. And then hands to the hips, point the elbows to the sky, push down into the feet and come all the way up to standing. Shake it out. Okay, first set, all about legs, lower body. You'll need just 1 of your heavier weights. Some folks can do this by doubling up in one hand. I've got a 10-pound weight here. You're gonna stand outer hip distance apart. I call this one a suitcase squat because you're a little off balanced, and that's a big part of why we're doing it. One weight, so we can be strong in the abdomen here and use that to balance ourselves. Other hand just out to the side. We go nice and slow down, 1, 2, and back up, 2. Try to keep your chest lifted, dumbbell just bracing right against the side of the leg. We're down, 2, and up for 2. We go one more at this pace, and then we're gonna speed it up. Double time here. You're down, 1, and up, 2, and up. Every time you come to the top here, squeeze your glutes, push your hips a little bit forward. There's just 4 more here. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Switch hands. Same thing, 4 slow. We go down, 2, and up, 2. Find the range of motion that works for you, keeping the chest fully lifted, broad across the shoulders. Nicely done. One more time for 2, down, 2, up. Speed it up for 8, and 7, 6. Remember that little squeeze and push of the hips forward at the top each time. 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Pretty similar exercise in terms of the arms. Switch back to the first hand. Holding in your right hand the left. Nope, that's not right. The right foot is going to step back. And we do a little curtsy and back out to the side. Yeah? So we go slow here for 1, 2, and to the side. 2, 1, 2, and back up. Again, 4 slow, and we'll do 8 faster. 1, 2, and out to the side. Quicker now. You're down and up. Changing that weight and balance with each step, making the torso stabilize. Good. 4 more here. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Switch the weight. Find 2 feet, nice even plant, and then we go slow 4 times. Step left foot back as you curtsy down and come back to the center. Down, 2, and up, 2. 2 more like this. Same leg as hand that's holding the weight, stepping back. Little counterbalance there for us. Quicker now. We're here for 8, and 7, and 6. If my count is a little quick, go at your own pace. We're here for 4, and 3, and 2. Make sure the top knee is going right over the middle of the foot the whole time. Stop in the center, switch the weight back to the first side. We'll get out of the legs as soon as we do this combo first. So it's 1 suitcase squat, 1 curtsy lunge. You switch the weight and go over to the second side. We've got a total package of 4 times here. It's the slower pace. You're down, 2, and up, 2, curtsy, back, 2, and center. Switch the weight, down, 2, and up, back, 2, and up. That's it. Switch the weight. Suitcase squat, curtsy lunge. Switch, squat, and lunge. 4 more here. Down, 2, and curtsy, squat, and curtsy. Getting used to that exchange of the weight side to side, restabilizing the body in the center each time. You got it. Last one. Okay. Set down your heavy weight. A quick cardio burnout for the legs, standing in the center. Join me when you're ready for skaters here, side to side. Go at the pace that works for you. Try to make up the distance of your yoga mat as much as possible. That's it. Keep going. One foot on the ground at all times. Hop side to side. Get the arms helping you out. Nice even breath the whole way. Little extra something to think about in the practice. Breathe in and out of the nose the whole time. We're almost done here. Let's take it 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That brings us to our arms, upper body work. I'm going to pick up my lighter set of dumbbells. These are 5 pounds that I'm holding. Something 2, 3, 5 pounds each is probably a good place. Let me show you first. Same outer hip distance apart stance that we did just before. Candlesticks hold first, so they're straight up and down for our front raise. Just shoulder height, not trying to go higher here, not trying to go lower if we can. Shoulder height. And then a side raise, straight out to the side. Same thing, shoulder height. There can be this little bend in the elbow. Just make sure that's a bend on both sides. We start with the front raise though, and it's the same up for 2 and down for 2 here. 4 slower. Catch my breath, stop talking a little bit here. And then we'll take 8 faster with a 1-to-1 ratio. Here we are, we're up and down. We're up and down. Good. 3 and down. For 4 and down. Only shoulder height. Still nice lift in chest. Strong in the abdomen. I think we're at 6 and down. 7 and down. 8 and down. Right into our side raises. We go out for 2 and down for 2. Since these are both together, not one arm at a time, upper body will fly by pretty quick here. Up for 2 and down. Let's pick it up. Ready? 8 and lower for 7 and 6. Little bend in the knees. Help support yourself underneath what's working up top. And for 4, down, 3, 2, and 1. We get to add these together. Go at the slower pace. You're up, front raise and down, side raise, up and down. Front raise for 2 counts and down, 2. When we start to get a little tired, you could always drop set or just kind of dig in. That much more determination. We've only got 2 more. Front and side. Last set right here. Front and side. Just like that. Upper body. Done. Set it to the side. Come down to all 4s. This is more about mobility in the shoulders. So we're still working upper body, but it should feel pretty darn good. Flossing the shoulder blades. So you puff up almost like cat back and then try to descend by squeezing tips of the shoulder blades in towards each other, getting that little melt across the heart and chest. Nice movement of the scapula here with a little helping hand and a squeeze in the rhomboids. Find about 3 or 4 more flosses in and out. And then stretch to downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Okay, we're coming up on our core block here. Set the knees down, sit down on your bum. I'm gonna grab my lighter weight. You just need one here. Start by holding onto the weight with both hands. Much like a boat position. We're still forward on the sit bones and trying to lift the chest, but a little lean back. And this is Russian twist. You lean just to one side. Slow it first to the second side. Back to center. First side and center. Second side and center. Now go as quick as feels right to you. Skip the center pause, just side to side. I usually do these twists with a little bit of a heavier dumbbell, but I know what's coming up next, and I don't want to mess with switching around. Sometimes that's just the easier strategy to go with, and you always want to pick the dumbbell that's going to get you through the entire thing. Here we are for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lie down all the way onto your back, being careful with the weight as you lie down. Stretch with the weight still in your hands overhead. Big full stretch out. Keep the length in the upper body, but set the soles of your feet back down to the mat. I'm calling this one an overhead crunch. You're going to lift the arms to about the line of your shoulders and then do a half crunch or lift. Arms go all the way back overhead. You go up. And we're not sitting all the way up. We're keeping that tension in the abdomen by doing just the half lift of the crunch here. Go at your own pace. We've got 12 more of these. 12, 11. Of course, you could drop, set the weight, just leave it overhead. We do want good form here for good function in the body the whole way. All right, I'm at about 6 and 5, 4. Nice overhead reach each time. Low back can come off of the mat, giving the front of the abdomen a good full open and reach each time arms are overhead. All right, safely set the dumbbell down. Stay on your back, hands underneath your bum for a little more support. We've got scissor kicks here. Head and shoulders can stay down or a little bit of a lift. And I'm scissoring the legs side to side. Every time your right leg is on top, count it as 1 and give me 20 more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Good, keep going. Squeeze inner thighs, adductors towards each other. Feel the strengthening component stabilizing in the outer thigh at the same time. Pull the knees into the chest, give yourself a little hug. And then roll up and over to a forearm plank. So each of these little sections has a burnout at the end. I'm going forearm plank. You could use full straight arm plank if you wish. And then just tapping one knee down and up, knee down and up, highlighting those lower abdomen strength. Try to keep the hips square and go a little quicker with that tap. Look forward rather than down or back at the legs. They just keep doing their work. Keep hips as balanced as possible. This is that little last bit of burn for the first core section. Keep it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We get a full minute of rest here. Hang out in child's pose, get a drink of water, stand up, whatever feels nice for you. 1 minute here. Okay, so we are halfway through, but now the body, the mind know exactly where we're going. We're gonna walk ourselves back through each of those blocks of work. Get my quick sip here. Okay, so we're back at the top with the suitcase squats and the curtsy lunges. Pick up the weight when you're ready. Hold it in your right hand. Big full breath. Clear it out. Let's go. Down for 2. Up for 2. 4 slow, 8 fast. All on the same side, and then we switch. Okay, double time. You're down 1 count and up for 7, 6, 5. Feet can always be a little wider than the hips. Allow the space to keep the chest fully upright here. I think I might be making you do 1 extra and then switch over to the other side. Here we are, we're slow for 4 and up, 3. I start with the slower speed so that we can get our bodies used to the movement. You could always stay at the slower speed. Little challenge here, speed it up though. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch back to the first side into our curtsy lunge with holding the right weight in the right hand. Right foot steps back. Curtsy down for 2 and step back out to the side 2. Curtsy, 2 and side. Slow and side. Slow. 8 quicker. Here we go. Step and side. Step back and side. Step back and side. Let your breath move at the same repetition. A new breath with each new round. I've got 2 and 1. Switch the weight to the other hand, find your stability, and then we go slow, down, 2, and stop. Down, 2, and stop. I say 4 slow, 8 fast. I get to talking and you probably do a couple extras. Here we go, we're quicker now for 8, 7, 6, keep good form, 4, and 3, same side each time, 2, and 1. Let's put everything back together. Switch the weight to the first hand. Suitcase squat first. You're down, 2, and up. Step back, right foot back, and up. Switch the weight. Suitcase squat down. Curtsy lunge, step left foot back. Again, first side, down and up. Find your rhythm, down. Switch the weight, suitcase squat, and up, step back, and in. 4 more, here we are, down, and up, step back, and in. Squat, and up, curtsy, and in. 1 more each side, down, up, curtsy, squat, and curtsy. Last one. Place the weight down, come back to your yoga mat. Join me for that cardio burst. Skaters side to side. Really pick the foot up as you go side to side, staying balanced on just one leg at a time. Nice, good bit of work here. Abductors, adductors. You can do this. Stick with it. 5 more seconds. And we are good to go. Enough time to shake it out. Find the lighter set of dumbbells. Front raise, side raise, combo, and then the shoulder floss. Right into it. Stand outer hip distance apart. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Here we are, 4 slow front raises. Come up, 2, and down, 2. Up, 2, down, 2. Keeping shoulders right over the line of the hips. Nice way to modify the stance, little split stance. One leg can go back. We're quicker now. This just changes the weight distribution, makes it a little bit easier to focus on the front raise. No swinging of the dumbbells. It's a lift and a lower for 3 and down, for 2 and down, and 1. Right out to the side raises. Out for 2, down for 2. Feel free to keep the split stance. I do in most upper body exercises. It's quite helpful, especially as the body starts to fatigue. Here we go, a little quicker. For 8 and down. For 7, down. 6, 5. Remember, it's called a shoulder fly at times, but it's a lift and a lower. For 3 and 2. Last one right here. Then we'll put it into a combination. You go front raise, candlesticks, and down, out to the side. 2, down, 2. We should be slowing down the pace. Good amount of time under tension, building strength in the muscles. We'll give them recovery efforts. throughout this day. Okay, set it down. Come down to all fours. The shoulder floss here already sending good signals of recovery and rebuild. Important, especially after you've done the work, to pick up some heavy things if that's a little different than most other days of the week. Fuel yourself with a good protein breakfast, a good protein snack if you're watching this back at the end or a different part of the day. So these shoulder flosses here, good range of motion, making sure we don't tie up that upper back. Stretch it out to downward facing dog now. And come on down to your seat. In the Russian twist, the overhead crunch, and the scissors. Hold on to your weight. Last little burst. I'm actually going to try the heavier set. See what happens. All right. So heels on the ground. You've got that boat pose set up, and we're going slow at first so that we see our good form. Side, center, side, center. And then speed it up. I'm not going to count, just find your pace. Listen to your breath. Last stretch of this work for Triple B. You've got it. Keep the weight close into the body for most safety as you twist. So not up by your knees, closer to hips and belly. And we'll lie down onto the back safely. Arms weight overhead, stretch the legs out. That lift of mid to low back away from the mat. And the thought is that we keep this extension and this lift so that we can really exaggerate the stretch and the opening along the abdomen. Go to flat feet. Overhead crunch. You're halfway up. Stretch arms overhead each time, and that overhead reach is the most important piece, so don't skip it. It gives us that full extension through the front of the abdomen, building long, lean muscles rather than tight, compact. I think the long, lean muscles build in a little bit of safety. All right, keep going here. About 5 more, all we need. And safely pull the weight back in so we can roll it off to the side. I think the music got tired. Extend the legs out. You can lie head and shoulders down, a little more challenge to give it a lift, and then scissor the legs. And it's opening side to side rather than up and down here. Okay, once you've got it going, let's give ourselves 20 more. Right, 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 right. Keep going. Squeeze upper inner thighs in that cross each time. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull the knees into the chest. Safely rock yourself all the way up and over to forearm plank. Shoulders right over the line of the elbows. Hands can be straight out or clasped. Little different here, feet outer hip distance apart, so about as wide as your yoga mat. Try to keep the hips no higher than the shoulders. And we're gonna dip from side to side. Like you're having to lift up and over a ball right at the navel. Good. Target in the side of the abdomen and the obliques here. Keep the breath working with you. We are almost done. So close. And you've made it. Knees down, push back, child's pose. Three blocks of work. Repeated all the way top to bottom. It's a lot of work, good job. Take downward facing dog. Give ourselves a few moments here. Stretch out. As the yogi, I'm always going to say this is the most important part of the practice. Don't skip the end. Step the right foot forward in between the hands for your lunge. Stretch the right arm up to the sky in a twist. Lower the right hand down, step it back. Switch sides, step the left foot through. Spin the left arm up to the sky. Lower it down, step it all the way back. Bend your knees a lot. Walk your hands backwards to your feet. So we're at the end of our sticky mat in Uttanasana, or standing forward fold. Ragdoll here. Bend the knees. Hold onto your elbows. Let yourself just kind of hang a little bit, side to side. And then slowly roll it up to standing. Take the right arm up to the sky. Give yourself a little pat on the back. Hold on to the other elbow. Other hand to the same elbow. And then same arm across the chest. A little more outer shoulder work. And second side, left arm goes up. Give yourself a pat on the back. Send the elbows straight up. The other hand comes to help it stay. And pull it across. A little more of a downward angle here. Take the hands behind your back. Squeeze the elbows in, and then stretch the arms straight. Look up. Maybe take the feet a little wider apart. Release, last little bit here. Upper back stretch, arms go out in front, cross at the wrist. More like cat pose. This one always feels best to me. Stand tall, find Tadasana, sort of an easy, relaxed Tadasana. Keep the eyes open or close the eyes if that feels best to you. Take a quick body scan. send the breath to any portions of the body that are feeling a little tight, a little reserved here. And try to lengthen out the breath as we continue to calm and cool the body down. All right, I think we deserve one more little curtsy for our work today. Nice job, ladies. Thank you very much.